Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're going to be going into the fourth round of the Genesis Invitational. We do have sole possession of first. I believe we have a 8-stroke lead at this point above second place. So we're as good as we've ever been, and probably as good as we'll ever be, unless we just do, better than that and really run away with the field. Which in theory is what should happen at some point. I mean, they're at a much lower difficulty level, and I should be distancing myself from them regularly, but that's just not happening. And then I could take myself up to master difficulty level in this series, and then just still leave them in amateur where they're at. Up the challenge a little bit if it suddenly becomes where I'm winning by 30 strokes or something, but we're a long way away from that. I'm barely hanging on here. So as you follow along, I hope you enjoy. Alright, so the last few, medium wind. At least we didn't get crazy wind here, so that's great. Got my nice colorful orange final day shirt. So definitely, if I'm going to use it, I'm using it on the final day to give myself a mental boost, because I'm all decked out in my favorite color. I guess I'm not all decked out. If I wanted to go really crazy, I suppose I could just find orange pants too, but I think that would be too much, and I don't know that I have that option. So alright, so Max is through 12 again. He's 5 over. Nobody has closed the gap, which is good, but I'm sure Jonathan Vegas is playing with me. Alright, nah, we're not going to tempt fate. I'm like, with the wind blowing, I'm tempted to go up, but nah. We're just gonna stay here. I mean, it might have been okay, but the extra few yards. Alright, wow. Alright. Well, we're going to do this, and then I think we'll be fine. But we'll probably roll off the back of the green, but that's better than landing in the bunker, which is what I keep doing. Alright, he's coming back over the center. Landing near the pin. Maybe he won't roll off the back. Look at that. But, 230. This is a par 5, so if I can get this reasonably close. Well, it's not. It broke more than I wanted. It's certainly reasonably close. We'll just see if we have a good shot here. A little bit of movement that way, maybe. Alright. A birdie. It's been a long time since I've had that on this hole, but that's good. Alright, and Jonathan stayed where he was, but yes, he is with me. So we get to talk trash to each other, I suppose, right? I don't know that you see a lot of that on the PGA Tour. I mean, I'm sure there's maybe some good-natured ribbon or something. I don't know. Okay, we're going to lose 3 on the elevation, so I'm going to back this off, because ultimately we're going to get about 6 yards, or should get about 6 yards out of this. Maybe 5, because again, it's not a straight headwind. Alright, the key is I'm up on the tier, but I didn't expect to get rejected off the edge. Oh boy. I'd normally not putt, but I'm being super careful here. Come on. Alright. It counts. Like, it may not be the prettiest. Alright, and he got a bogey on that hole. So that gives me a 2-stroke separation on that. Alright, perfect, perfect, perfect. And again, for all intents, as I say, all perfects, because, yeah, the overswing is a little extra power, but that doesn't really hurt anything, so, but we didn't end up on the fairway. Alright, even though we're heavy rough, the wind will likely make up anything, so I'm not going to do anything different. Yeah, it's still too far, so exactly what I figured. Now this may be, alright, yeah, this will be okay for a super flop. Just toss it as fast as we can, and then, alright, it's not super fast, but it's still something. So we don't want to not compensate for it and then end up clear of the cup. But sometimes that still happens. Alright, so he did par as well. So just trying to keep a clear eye there. Ay, ay, ay. Just a tough position again. Alright, it's going way further to the right, which is better for the fairway, or the green, I should say. Alright, that pushes me a ways out, but that is just a tough spot. Alright. Just kind of do a fullish shot, and that's not bad. It should hopefully be easy enough. No, no, no. Okay. Like, it started moving. I'm like, don't do that. Alright, so he got another bogey. So at least the guy right there is not killing me. Now, if I do this with the wind, I think it'll carry. And the downhill. I just need a good shot, and I think I got one. I think we're on the fairway. Yep. Alright. So we did get ourselves down there. Oh, I see. Because the choked approach, yeah, it won't let me do anything. Oh, this almost seems like it's still going to be too far with the wind. Because you can't really do less than 75. Yeah. It is pretty far. I mean, I'm on the green, but there's just not a good way to end up where I wanted to end up. It's a little downhill. I can't see the hole. Clearly I don't think we quite got there. Interesting. Okay. So we might have been on target. Alright, he parred the hole as well. So we're staying 12 apart. Alright, it's gonna blow me over. That bunker in the middle. It's just an awful, awful thing. Alright, this should be all wind because it's perfect, perfect. So the wind is going to move me more than I expected. We're on. Well, we're on. Okay, it did stop. I'm like, we're on, but are we going to... Oh no, we got dumped off. Okay. Close, but not online. And yes, I was being conservative, so yes, I was probably a little bit short, even if we had been. Oh wait, he's through 7, so he's not... Oh wait, maybe someone flipped. So now the person with +6, I don't think is the guy that's playing with me. Ooh, I was too worried, and instead I really hit it closed and far over. I should have plenty of room to Well, I can't use a driver, but I don't know that I need a driver. Alright, we'll go with the pitching wedge. We'll see if this gets us there. I think I might be too far over toward the bunker. Oh, I thought there was a bunker over there. But I'm too far over either way. Alright, so we're gonna do the full super flop here. A little bit off. Otherwise, that was really sweet. Man, I hate the shadow. Alright, it looks like it's straight on. So that should make it easy. Alright, he got a, yeah, so Xander, it was Jonathan. So he's actually +8. The guy that's with me. So he's done much worse. So Xander Schauffele is the one nipping at my heels now. And he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Alright, up in the air, back. Alright, let's see. We're going to be off to the right, even with the wind blowing across. Wow. Alright. Alright. Might not be enough, but it should be enough to get me up there. No, it was actually plenty enough. So that's good. It's almost 2 enough. I don't like how much that curved. Yes. When they're on the edge like that, it is so nerve-wracking. Alright. Okay, so Joel Dowman, now 7, so things are going well. Because, yeah, if I can beat one of my toughest rivals in this tier, which I appear to be... I mean, I'd be certain of doing that unless I just totally fell apart. And obviously, that's not what should happen. I mean, that would be like my worst game ever. I'd have to shoot like 30 over at this point. Okay, it should bounce back. It did. All right. A good result. A little bit of movement. Go over a little more. Alright, wow. I'm like, it's not going to move. But it did at the end. Because, yeah, I mean, he's 29. I mean, I'd have to, at this point, shoot almost 37 over. Like, I don't think I've ever done that bad in one round. Okay, I'm going to choke up, and we're going to see. Because this is the one I'm like, well, maybe we be more careful. Darn it. I don't want to be that far to the right. Stay out of the damn bunker. Do whatever you want, just stay out of the stupid bunker. Thank you. Okay. So now at least I feel like I have a shot here. The difficulty is... no, as long as I don't go nuts, I should be okay. Whew, it moved immediately, and I'm like, oh no. But it just moved and then started rolling straight. Okay. Alright, so the good news is I'm clawing some strokes back right now, which is obviously really helpful. That's what I need, is I need the first round, you know, be 11 under. Nobody will touch me, but obviously that's not going to happen quite to that level. I'm going to let it go because, okay, we're not going to be as close as I thought. I'm like, this might roll on the green, but no, we didn't land that close. Alright, the spinner, I think, is supposed to kind of slow down. Pull it back a little bit more. It did, but this time I didn't need it to. But oh well, that's alright. Nope. I think we just went by. Yep. Went by a good amount, too. 8 feet. Alright, thank God. I'm like, I don't want to be losing strokes. Okay. So, a little bit across. We'll aim toward the edge. Very well hit. Alright, I pull this back and pull it back a little bit more. Alright, 95%. Lined up the way I want. Alright, it did deaden pretty quickly, which was good. I'm like, the way that first bounce was going, I'm like, I don't know that I like this. Ah, it didn't move. I was wondering if it was going to, and then I'm like, nah, it is. And so I played it to move, but it did not. Okay, a 15-stroke lead as we sit here right now. Alright, should be clear of the trees. Alright, still in there. I thought maybe I could keep it out of the rough, but didn't work. Alright, I think we're okay. Yep, we're on. Not a huge rollout, but that's okay. Oh, we're not on. I don't understand. It looked a lot closer than it was, obviously. Alright. Stop. Just stop at this point. Once you're past the hole, just stop. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I could not see the hole. I'm like, am I going toward it? I think I am. But I made it. Alright, so again, very challenging. Alright. Ah, boy. This should make it. Alright, no, I lost a little bit of power. Alright, wow. Barely gonna hit, but it's still gonna roll off. Man, but if I put the spin on it, that would have been probably the kiss of death. Alright, right there. So we are good. Oh, Joel made up a stroke. Now we're only 14. But we're down to 3 or 4 holes. I would hope I could hold on at this point. Even if he starts eagling and I start double bogeying, I mean, say I lost 4 strokes a hole, I guess he would catch me, because that would be 20. Oh no, that'd be 16, but still, he'd still kind of catch me, so. Alright. Alright, well done. Perfect, perfect, and perfect, perfect, basically. We're on. Again, not rolling nearly... Well, it did roll out more than I thought. I really figured it was going to deaden. That's actually quite nice. This one's tricky. They always are at this point. Come on. Nope. Just... That is a lie that I have trouble figuring out how to putt properly. Doesn't matter how much I practice, how many of them I have. I struggle with that. Alright, so now Xander's there with 7 over, so we're back to a 15. Where the heck is the... Oh, I think it's toward the back there. Okay. Alright, it's curving back, but it might be too far left. We hung on to the fringe. That's okay. Alright. It's downhill, so I do want to be not crazy hard. But I want to be enough that I get nearby. But not... Come on. Don't you dare leave the shadow. Thank you. There was no way I was counting on that one easily going in. Alright, so Xander, they're a hole ahead, so at this point we will know what the finals will be. But it's starting to look like it's just like a little bit of a victory run, kind of like in the Tour de France when they go down the Champs-Élysées and you already know who won the white jersey. Or the yellow jersey, what am I saying? But, again, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Alright, because this is that evil position again. Should be fine. I'd rather go to the left than the right. It's gonna roll off, I bet. No, okay. It hung on. A lot of movement. A lot of movement. If I get a birdie here, like, that'll be awesome, but that's a lot. Well, we're not gonna get one, so we don't have to worry about it. But we should get a par. Alright. So, a lot of pars on the back 9 here. Alright, so there is... Jonathan is still playing. So he did eke his way back into second place. Might be too far left, honestly. No, alright. Dumped me out. But I've done 305 there before, so we're about 10, 11 yards shorter. Uphill, back. Alright, moving toward the flag. And 179. Alright. Really long. Really, really long. Let's see. It's gonna roll right off again, like way off. crazy. Oh, now it, like, took all my power. That's crazy. Oh, well. Don't! Well, this is an awful ending to what was kind of decent, but really ending with a double bogey? I think I ended up even, maybe one under, but still definitely not as good as I was doing. But I did win. I suppose that's what matters. There we go. We defeated Max Homa. And, oh, my first trophy. I've not been holding a trophy before, so that is good. Probably can use that as the thumbnail, because I don't know that people will be like, ooh, you gave away the drama. But, although, maybe. Collect the golf club brand. Oh, one. Okay, so I must have gotten that as my, clubhouse pass. Well, or maybe the brand just, we leveled up and we got one. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand the slow loading on some of on this stuff. Alright. Well, win 5 events. We've won 3. Alright, the Genesis Invitational, Mature Simmer. Like, I don't think anything else will happen there. So we won by 13, not by 15. But Xander and Jonathan were both 7 over. But yeah, I gave those last 2 away. Alright, sponsor progression. So let's see. Status is perfect with everybody. And yes, so again, there's 9 tiers, so I'm getting close on the golf club people. There's our rival update. So I had 24 birdies to his 4. Wow, he had 23 bogeys. That's not going to happen very often. That is crazy. And we both had 5 doubles. So basically it was a wash there. So at that point I was already 55 points ahead of him, and then the holes won, did pretty well there. Alright, so tier 34. I think we got to get to 55 before we get anything for the long flop again. I first got a little tiny green, but then it moved because, again, of the weird delays. Oh wow, reach 1.3 million. We're at 1.1, so we got almost 500,000 followers now just from winning that event. But yeah, we knocked Xander back to second because he had overtaken us in first, but obviously now we've got 700 points. I think in total, I don't think we got 700 just for this event. All right, other than that, looks like a prison uniform, but that is the golf club. So it was a clubhouse pass reward. All right, hope you're doing well after the tournament. There's some media buzz, and they're interested in chatting with you for an interview. Yeah, this would be like the worst time to skip an interview. All right, winning by such a significant margin is rare in professional golf. How does it feel to not just win, but to dominate the competition in such a commanding fashion? All right, so that's kind of lenient. Yeah, it doesn't feel odd. It just confirms I have the skills and mindset to conquer not only the Genesis Invitational, but any other tournament. I reckon my opponents couldn't convert their opportunities as much as I did. Anyway, I'll gladly take it. Yeah, I think this is probably a bit more realistic. Because that was the thing. I mean, they could have certainly been closer. All right, moving to number 1 in the FedEx Cup standings is confirmed with your win today. Have you ever considered achieving this? Well, I did practice leader speech in front of the mirror. Funny. I always know. It's been my lifelong dream. Once it's fulfilled, I'll stay focused, take it one tournament at a time to see where this journey leads me. Yeah, I think that's probably more realistic. Do you enjoy being compared to other golfers, past or present? Believe each golfer. All right, well, we're going to stick because I want to stay in this area. All right, so 13,000, which is fun. Just that's from the interview, so that's on top of what I had. But let's see. So we got 484,000, so we didn't quite get 500. Now it's going to take a bit. All right, so fan favorite, and then powerhouse. So we just blew right through fan favorite. Let's go get our quest rewards, which again are just the kind of the daily and weekly things that we may have unlocked. So it's just going to be balls and fittings. Fittings are valuable. Oh, it's not even. It's just XP that I don't need. So never mind. So yeah, player progression. Max. Stay at max. Alright, so now we'll go to our messages. Your role in a movie. Sure, let's look at this. Just like The Rock from wrestling, it's me from golf. I'm sure I've got an exciting opportunity for you. Chris McDonald is working on a new golf-themed movie, and he'd love for you to have a role in it. You can either play a hero or a villain. Which one would you prefer? Definitely the hero. Really intrigued. Villains are the best, aren't they? No, they're not. Alright. Absolutely. Your positive energy will shine through in this role. Amazing choice. Oh, we got a whole 873 more followers when you're at 1.1 million, you know. I mean, that used to, like, move the needle a lot. Well, you know what we're going to do with the sponsors. Ah, oh, TaylorMade. I would love TaylorMade, but we'll get there eventually. So I don't understand. It can't even add little bitty followers. All right, so... Not yet. I need to get golf club to 9, and then we'll do it. I have to say no at the moment. Is Puma from Germany? I see Germany sponsor offer. I had no idea if they really were or not, so... Alright, so let's just get rid of the sponsors, and then we'll go through the rest. Man, this is like the slowest thing ever. I'm sure another opportunity will arise in the future. Okay, so there's 30 conversations. I knew that was coming at some point. And I think there's like literally like 10 interviews or something, but those are... That stat was conversations or interviews. And TaylorMade... Hopeful for future possibilities. So yeah, that may be tough to bring them on board in the future, but we'll see. I mean, as long as I keep playing well, everybody should want to work with me. Alright, mature, you're the FedEx Top Cat now. Woohoo, geez, your game's hotter than a Texas summer. Time to turn up the heat even more. Thanks, Troy. Ready to crank up the heat even more and leave my competition sweating. We don't have any other choice. That's the spirit. You're in a league of your own, champ. Now, I did have the lead before, so I don't understand. And the last one is Matt Homa. Congrats on the victory, Mature. Great game, really. You were in the zone. I'm coming for you next time. LOL. We'll see. Alright, 500 more people. And we got some pants, some 2K pants, I assume, for beating him. So, I'm going to go to Rivals, because this was the problem I had. So at this point, I'm going to set Brooke as my rival for next time. But again, Troy was 15th, as you saw, so he should be the most difficult one I have here, where, you know, we can see Tier 3 and all those coming up. So we'll be heading into training next time for our Week 8 tournament. But the big hurdle we've done for sure is at least, you know, because I know I've had other victories, but I'm just not sure they were here in the PGA Tour. And so having the victory guarantees were invited to every event. So all those trophies sitting up here on the list, other than the last one, because I think that requires position in the standings, but at the end of the year. But everything else, so those 5 invitationals, which starts with the players coming up, we should be good to go. Because if we go here, you can see complete any of the following, win any event in the previous season, which we did not do, but because it's our first season, but win any event in the current season. And I think you're not required in anything to have won a major, and if you don't do that, because this is any, but like there may be an, all the following or something. But at this point, I wanted to win an event in the current season, and that way we know. And I do think, like, for example, in this, like, let's say I go 2 or 3 seasons, and yes, I've won before, but then I don't win. I don't think it looks for, it's not in any previous season, it's in the previous season. So basically, what I did today guarantees me a position in the players this year and next year. But after that, I still need another victory to be sent there. Otherwise, it'll be an alternate event or a skipped week. But that was really something I was fighting for the season. It took 7 weeks to do it, but we're here. So hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I will see you next time.